Hi everybody, so that's matzah being made by hand, and matzah of course is the central food of Passover, and we know all about matzah from the book of Exodus. In fact, Exodus chapter 23, so it says that the name of the holiday, this is actually very interesting, the name of the holiday that's given by the Bible is the Festival of Matzah. It says in Exodus chapter 23, verse 14, 3 pilgrimage festivals you shall celebrate before me during the year. You shall observe the festival of matzahs. 7 days you shall eat matzah as I have commanded you at the appointed time of the month of springtime, for in it you left Egypt. You shall not be seen before me empty-handed. Right? The Bible in Exodus calls this holiday the Festival of Matzah. Yet we know that we don't refer to it as the Festival of Matzah at all. What do we call this holiday? Passover. And why do we call it Passover? So that comes from another verse in Exodus. It says in Exodus chapter 12, it's talking about the 10 plagues, and it says that God says, I will go through the land of Egypt on this night. This is verse 12, chapter 12, verse 12. And I will strike every firstborn in the land of Egypt, from man to beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I shall mete out punishment. I am the Lord your God. The blood shall be a sign for you upon the houses where you are. When I will see the blood, and I will pass over you, there shall not be a plague of destruction upon you when I strike in the land of Egypt. I will see the blood, and I will pass over you. That's why we call it Passover, because God saw the blood, and he passed over the Jewish homes. So, if the holiday is referred to as the Festival of Matzah, why do we call it Passover, even though the word is used, but it's known as the Festival of Matzah, yet we call it Passover? So I heard an amazing answer that the reason we call it Passover is because we are recalling the great miracle that God did for us by passing over the Jewish homes. And we are showing our love for God. Yet God in the Bible doesn't refer to the holiday as Passover. He calls it the Festival of Matzah, because what does matzah represent? Matzah was the bread that they baked very, very quickly when they ran out of Egypt in a hurry. And they went into the desert without the proper provisions. They didn't have food. They didn't have water. What did they have? They had matzah and their trust and their faith in the Lord. And so therefore God refers to the holiday as the Festival of Matzah, and we refer to the holiday as Passover. And essentially what we're saying is we're invoking the mutual love affair between the Jewish people and God. God loves us, and we love God. And so that's why, even though the Bible refers to it as the Festival of Matzah, we call the holiday Passover. Whatever you want to call it, you can call it. I want to wish you a happy Passover, happy Festival of Matzah, Chag Sameach, as we say in Hebrew.